Welcome back to The Trek. This season we are exploring the deep practice and way of rest. We've called it the hard work of rest. We're talking about what it looks like to be disciplined and practice deep, God-given rest. And as I prepared this video, which kind of part one, I couldn't help but reflect on little Steve. And yes, I did just refer to myself in the third person, talk about myself when I was young, and I'd be out playing on the trampoline, I'd be playing outside, I'd be running around, and then I'd come in and I'd have this conversation primarily with my mum. It would sound like this. I'd say, "Mum, I've got a headache." And she would say the most devastating response that you could say to me at that point. "Steve, have you had enough water?" My goodness, my own mother. The sheer mild headache, or agony as I would have called it, I'm in, and she thinks it can just be simply solved by me drinking more water, by me rehydrating myself. Does she not understand I am a complex creature? She certainly does, and she was certainly 100% right. 9 out of the 10 headaches I got from running around outside was because I had had no water that day, or not enough. And this week's discussion might feel the same, because I'm going to ask the question when it comes to the hard work of rest. I'm going to ask the question, are you getting enough sleep? And you might feel as I say that, like young Steve, how dare you? As we explore the complex biblical narrative, the creational rhythms that are deep within our spirituality. When we talk about rest and giving over control to the Creator, how dare you ask the question, are you getting enough sleep? Surely it can't be that simple. And for this week, I dare say, yes, it can be. Because like Snickers has said, you're not yourself when you're hungry. You're not yourself. You're not your best self. You're not as receptive when you're tired. Especially in this busy worshipping culture that wants to optimize every moment or entertain you at every moment of your life. You could be doing work late into the night. You could be watching Netflix late and binging and being entertained, which means you cut down on your sleep. Which most research shows that people are underslept. People are exhausted. People are tired. People are not themselves because they're not getting enough sleep. Which means this deep creative or creation rhythm that God has made in you to give 8 hours of control over to Him as He turns literally the lights off. We're not responding to that, then we're not our best. We're not receptive. We're not as creative. We're not able to listen and participate with the divine. And so my first question, are you getting enough sleep? I love you to comment below how annoying that question is, how angry that makes you feel as you ask this question, as some of your problems, if not a lot of your problems, might be at least helped by more sleep. Not completely all solved. There's more videos to come, more exploration of this deep rest. But for now, I'd love to discuss, are you getting enough sleep, and what would help you get more sleep? What would help you rest more? Would it be turning off the phone or the TV an hour before bed? Would it be having a bedtime? I know I cringe as I say that, but maybe we need to bring back bedtimes, waking up early, going to bed early. What does it look like for you? What does it look like for those that you might be discussing this practice with? I would love to know. I'd love you to comment, love you to respond with a video. What does it look like to get more sleep? And then second to that, I'd love to ask, what does it look like for you to rest? Open that up as you read the passages in the practice guide, which is Mark 4, which shows Jesus sleeping during a storm, having that level of knowledge of who God is and the control He has, that He can sleep in a storm. And then Psalms 23, which talks about God making us lay down, because sometimes we just we need to force ourselves to sleep because it is good and beautiful and it is created for us. But what brings you rest as you look through these passages? And yes, we are talking about sleep, but we're also talking about in general. Ask yourself, what brings you rest? I'm not talking about what recovers you from exhaustion. No, I'm talking about the type of rest that comes before the action. What fills you up? What restores you so that you're able to participate, that you're able to create, you're able to build? I would love you to kick that around, wrestle that with some other people, and let me know. And I look forward to discussing and keeping to delve into this hard work of rest in the next video. See you then.